Okay, let's dive right in. We're about to tackle one of the biggest, most persistent myths in all of nutrition. It's an idea that has shaped how we've thought about food for generations, and, well, according to the science, it's pretty much a lie. Let's break it all down.
For decades, we've all been told the same thing, right? That managing your weight is just a simple equation. Calories in versus calories out. If you're gaining weight, the advice is always eat less and move more. It's just a math problem. But what if it's not about math at all? What if it's actually about biology?
And this quote from endocrinologist Dr. Robert Lustig really gets to the heart of the matter. You see, while a calorie is just a unit of energy in a lab, our bodies are not simple furnaces. The source of that calorie completely changes how our body processes it. And understanding that difference, well, it's absolutely critical for our health.
So let's look at the actual evidence. Let's see how our bodies treat calories from different foods in totally different ways. This isn't about counting or simple arithmetic. It's about your body's chemistry.
Okay, for example, take 160 calories of almonds. Because they have so much fiber, your body can't actually absorb all of those calories. About 30 of them pass right through your upper intestine, unabsorbed, and go on to feed the healthy bacteria in your gut. So you ate 160 calories, but your body only ever really saw about 130.
Now think about protein. Your body uses a ton of energy just to process it. This is something called the thermic effect of food. So for a protein-rich food like steak, your body literally burns up to 25% of its calories just during digestion. That means 1,000 calories on the label effectively becomes more like 750 for your body to actually use.
So you see, the crucial point here is that where your calories come from matters a lot. Fiber-rich calories feed your gut. Protein-rich calories boost your metabolism. But some calories, they do the exact opposite. They actually work against you, actively harming your body's ability to function. And there's one that's more dangerous than all the others.
So what is this hidden toxin? Well, our investigation now turns to the main suspect behind our modern metabolic health crisis. And it's not just sugar in general. Oh no, it's a very specific type of sugar that's hiding in plain sight.
It's a tale of two sugars. On the left, you have glucose. Glucose is literally the energy of life. Every single cell on this planet can use it for energy, and it's so essential that our bodies will make their own if we don't eat enough. But on the right, you have fructose. Not a single biochemical reaction in your body requires you to eat it. It serves zero purpose. It's basically a vestigial molecule, just an evolutionary leftover. And it gets worse. It's not just useless. Fructose actually acts like a poison to your cells. It inhibits three crucial enzymes that your mitochondria, the little engines inside your cells, need to work properly. So in essence, fructose just gums up the works, shutting down your body's ability to burn energy the way it's supposed to.
Okay, so what are the real-world consequences of all the cellular damage? I mean, this isn't just some abstract problem inside a cell. This whole process leads directly to weight gain and chronic disease through a very specific and very dangerous pathway. I want you to just look at this number for a second. 1/2 pound. And it really doesn't sound like much at all, does it? But this tiny amount represents a critical and, honestly, a really dangerous tipping point for your health.
Because that's all it takes. Just 1/2 pound of fat stored inside your liver is enough to trigger insulin resistance and kickstart serious metabolic disease. And what's the #1 driver of liver fat creation? You guessed it, fructose.
And this is absolutely crucial to understand. Not all body fat is created equal. The fat just under your skin, that subcutaneous fat, is the least harmful. The visceral fat around your organs is definitely worse. But by far, the most dangerous fat is the fat inside your liver, which is generated pretty much directly from fructose and alcohol.
So you gotta ask, right? If this stuff is so harmful, why is it in everything we eat? Well, according to the science, the answer is pretty simple. Profit.
You know, scientists use a system called NOVA to classify food based on how processed it is. So class 1 is a whole food, like an apple. By the time you get all the way to class 4, you've got a McDonald's apple pie. And this class 4 is what we call ultra-processed food. It's where the food industry adds enormous amounts of sugar to make their products addictive, super tasty, and able to sit on a shelf for months without going bad.
And the result of all this industrial processing is, well, it's shocking. An incredible 73% of the items in the average U.S. grocery store fall into that ultra-processed category. These aren't really foods in a biological sense. They are engineered edible products, specifically designed in a way that just messes up your body's natural functions. Now, here's the good news. You can absolutely fight back, and it doesn't require some complicated diet or counting a single calorie. It's actually a really simple but powerful strategy for taking back control of your metabolic health.
So here's the actionable takeaway from all of this. It's a simple, three-pronged philosophy. First, you have to protect your liver by minimizing its two main toxins, sugar and alcohol. Second, you want to feed your gut with plenty of fiber from real, whole foods. And third, support your brain with healthy fats, like omega-3s, which you can find in things like fish and algae. By focusing on these three principles, you can move away from that old, busted myth of the calorie and start thinking about what truly nourishes your body. Armed with this knowledge, you're now empowered to make choices based not on numbers, but on biology. So, now that you know a calorie isn't just a calorie, what's one food you'll rethink?